Some people believe that Chrissy Scubbish loved her son so much that not even death could keep her from safeguarding him. Chrissy's story begins with a dream her aunt had.
I dreamed of me sitting in the back seat of a car. It was night, and I could see a silhouette of a little boy standing in a seat. And I could see a woman driving, and all I could see out of the window was just light.
Karen says she had dreams before, which turned out to be precursors to family misfortune. Though she could not decipher this dream's exact meaning, she knew it did not bode well. 2 days later, she learned that her niece, Chrissy, and her little boy, Nick, were both missing.
When she didn't arrive where she was supposed to arrive, I figured, you know, she just changed her mind. So I didn't really get worried about it for a day or two, and then I did.
An investigation was initiated, but the authorities had little to go on. At one point, a man reported seeing unusual sights on Highway 50, but no one felt it was case-related until later.
He had a cellular phone, and he stopped right there, and from the spot called 911 because he seen a woman running backwards and forth on the side of the road there.
Meanwhile, Karen's concern for Chrissy grew.
I mean, I had no idea if she had been abducted, if she had been in a wreck. I didn't know why she was missing.
Karen knew her worrying was only wasting precious time, so she tried to focus her energy on pinpointing her niece's location.
When I would try to visualize where she could be, I could only see those exits out of Placerville.
Though the vision was not clear, Karen's desire to find Chrissy was. So she and her husband John set out on an 8-hour trek to Placerville, a town not far from where the woman was seen running on the road. At about the same time, Deborah Hoyt and her husband Nicholas were leaving Placerville. Like Chrissy, they were driving toward Nevada on Highway 50. Deborah was watching for deer, but instead was shocked by a startling discovery. Lying on the side of the road, she says, was the nude body of a woman.
She was really, really white. I kept remembering to myself that she must have been in the cold for a long time to be so white.
Horrified by the ghastly discovery, the Hoyts raced to a nearby telephone, where Deborah notified the California Highway Patrol.
She stood by and waited for them and went into the CHP vehicle with one of the CHP officers and searched the area. However, they were unable to find anything. They thought it was kind of strange because she was very sincere in what she believed she saw.
But what had Deborah seen? Though the officers conducted a thorough search, a body could not be found. Nor was there evidence that one had ever been there. Was Deborah mistaken? Was there really a nude woman on the road?
She was serious and believed that's what she had seen, and was still upset when they weren't able to find the body which she believed she'd seen.
As the officers investigated Deborah's claim, Karen says she had another premonition.
I just felt there was going to be something on the side of the road that would be a belonging, a toy, a ring. I didn't know. If Chris had been there, there was going to be something I was going to find.
Karen arrived in Placerville about dawn and notified the sheriff's department that she and her husband planned to search Highway 50 on foot to find whatever that something was. Deputy Strasser was on duty at the time. Seeing the determination in Karen's eyes, he decided it would be best if he accompanied her. Because it was now daylight, Deputy Strasser felt he should follow up on the Deborah Hoyt sighting. He drove to the spot where the nude woman had been reported. When he got there, he didn't find the body. But he did find something that had definitely not been there the night before.
Near what we call Bullion Bend, east of Pollock Pines, I found a child's tennis shoe in the roadway.
The shoe was Nick's, and further investigation revealed the wreckage of a car.
The car was in pretty bad shape. It had hit a tree and kind of tumbled a little bit. And I found in the driver's seat, I found a white female.
It was Chrissy. Unfortunately, she had perished in the crash.
I looked over and I saw a young, nude boy basically lying in the passenger seat in a fetal position. And I believe both of them were killed as a result of the accident.
But Nick was alive, a fact many found amazing because the 3.5-year-old had been without food or water for over 5 days. Also during that time, the temperature had ranged from 40 degrees at night to over 100 degrees during the day. Authorities believe Nick had removed his clothing when the heat became too much for him. Suffering from hypothermia and severe dehydration, Nick was rushed to a nearby hospital.
The doctor said if Nick had been there another hour, 2 hours, that he wouldn't have. I mean, Nicky was close to death when he was found.
But thanks to Karen's apparent premonition and Deputy Strasser's good police work, Nick was found in time and recovered. But what of the alleged dead woman on the side of the road? Is she owed a debt of gratitude as well? Her presence did bring attention to the site, which in turn brought Nick's rescuers. Some have speculated that what Deborah saw was Chrissy Scubbish's ghost. But Chrissy's family rejects that theory.
I don't believe in ghosts, but I do believe in angels. And Chrissy felt very strongly that God appointed to each and every child of his a guardian angel. I mean, she was a strong believer in that. I feel that it was her or Nicky's guardian angel.
Nick's conversations since the accident seemed to confirm his grandmother's belief.
When a baby does say of things they see, you have to listen. And he did say that he'd seen a naked woman. He said there was two. One lady was running on the road. He could see her running back and forth. And we asked, where was the other one? And he said she was standing next to the car door by him.
Was the naked woman Nick says he saw a guardian angel? If so, why was she so agitated?
Nicky was there. Nicky was still alive. God had to draw attention to that area some way.
Nick himself has talked of angels visiting him while he waited to be rescued.
He has told his grandmother that he's seen Jesus' angels and that they're very pretty.
And when asked how his shoe mysteriously appeared on the road, Nick gave an unexpected response.
I said, did it fall out of the car? And he said, I don't know. And then he said, his word, maybe Angel put it there. And I said, maybe, Nicky, maybe.
He'll tell you that my mommy died, and you tell him you know. And he said, but I died too, and I was with Jesus.
Although Nick now has a miraculous new life with his grandparents, they all believe that Chrissy will continue watching over him with a mother's love that will not die.